Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2. Today we'll be making this card and I'm going to be using uh, Gerda Steiner Designs brand new stamp set. This is a super cute stamp set. She released several stamps and they're all adorable, and these have so many possibilities. You can use it in so many different ways. And this stamp set is called Lucky Duck. Super cute. So I wanted to create a scenery, and I'll be using the Clarity stencil brushes on these Neenah. This is a Neenah linen cardstock. This is one of my favorite cardstocks right now from Paper Temptress. I'm like totally hoarding it. It has these fantastic texture, and it holds up to water really well, and you can see that texture come through. So I'll be using the clarity brushes as well as blending tool. So I'll give you a look of both using the same colors but with different ways to put the color. So here I have the duck that's kind of looking inside the water. The body is outside, and you can put the head, which is separate as well. Very clever. So I wanted to create my water, and I'm using faded broken china, mermaid lagoon, and blueprint sketch. So here I have my stencil brush, and I put a tape right along the middle so that I can create the horizon for my scenery. And I'm just going back and forth here with broken china first, and going from inside to the middle. I feel like I have a lot more control of how I apply the color with these brushes. These brushes are fantastic. I really love it. And you'll see at the end the results of the brushes versus the blending tool. They both work very well. But I noticed with this specific cardstock, the brushes really brought out the texture, and I could control where exactly I wanted darker, because I didn't want to even blend. I wanted to look like water. So as you can see here, this is a blueprint sketch, and because the brush is so soft that some areas, the raised areas, is darker than the underneath. So you can see that different texture through the color. So I had to zoom back out because I think I was zoomed in too close, so it was like auto-focusing. Sorry about that. But as you can see here, I'm just putting some color here and there. So I have more control of where I want my darker lines to be. I wanted the lines there for the water. And you can just wipe this off. I plan to have one for each color family. So the largest one, I chose blue because I use blue the most. For the sky portion, I wanted it to kind of be like a sunset. So I wanted the colors to kind of be like purplish, bluish, yellowish, kind of like that. So here I have a circle cut out here, and I've attached it. That's just the it's not a masking paper, it's contact paper that I cut a while back, and I really like this because you can just wipe the ink off of the liner thing, so it's really cool. So here I'm adding some this is I'll have all the colors that I use in the description below. I think this is seedless preserve, and I'm again putting it here and there and around where my sun is going to be. So I wanted it to be kind of streaky. I don't know if you see a sunset, you see so many different colors, and I think that is so beautiful, and that's what I wanted to try to create. So here I'm adding some blue. I've added some tumbled glass, but it was really light, so I got this cracked pistachio. And depending on how you use the brush, like if you're doing it sideways or if you're doing it like vertical, it makes different textures, as you can see here. I really like the subtle, soft look of this, and the fact that I can easily control where I want the colors to go, because I wanted that streaky look, because I wanted the texture to really show through. And this is the new purple. I believe it's called Wilted Violet. I put that, and I'm using the fossilized amber as well. So I wanted to create like a purplish, yellowish, different tints to my sky. So you can see that, again, that texture through the colors. And now I'm kind of darkening up where I guess the sun is hitting the water, and I wanted to add that yellow to the water as well, because it would kind of reflect from the sun as it goes down. And then I wanted to soften up the horizon line there. It was very sharp, so I've added more like wilted violet. I've added some more fossilized amber, just so I can soften it up a little bit more. So these brushes are very versatile. I really like them, especially to create sceneries like this. And with texture cardstocks, you can use watercolor cardstocks. I've shared that before, and that works really well too. So I'm darkening up the sky here a little bit more. So now that I've finished with that, I'm gonna do the same thing, but this time I'll be using the blending tool. This is a blending tool from Tubular Designs LLC. Mike actually makes these, and this is a free gift with every purchase for this month of January. I really love the way this feel of the blending tool in my hand. So I'm using the same exact color, and I'm trying to create that streak look just like I did with the brushes. But with the blending tool, as you can see, it creates a different look. With the blending tool, you normally do a circular motion so that you can get an even blend, but for this specific look, I wanted to create that streaky look just like I did with the brushes. So I'm not completely doing circular motions. Sometimes I'm kind of sweeping it. So with the blending tool, it creates a different look than the brushes. I think that's because with the blending tool, we kind of trying to burnish it in versus the brushes, we're only catching the top portion when you do it softly. So I think that is the difference between the two looks. They both look great. I really like both of them. But as you can see here, I'm trying to create those streaky lines. It's not as soft as the brush, but it still really gives that sunset type of a look. I'm using the same exact colors, but as you can see here, I got two different looks. I think this stencil brush is really great, depending on the look that you want to create. But I've noticed with this specific cardstock, I like the way it looked with the brushes because of the fact that the texture of the cardstock really showed through. Here I'm using the Distress Sprayer to create some drips. This has that locking mechanism where you can spray it super fine or you can create these dots. So I did that for the water part. Now I'm using the Lawn Fawn's ink, and I'm gonna go ahead and ink up my little duck. And I stamped it with the black, and then I wiped off the water part, and then I've used the same blueprint sketch so that it'll match the water. This is so cute. He's like going in the water, looking inside, and the head portion is separate, so you can add it however way you want. I think that is such a clever design. So he's like looking in the water. It's super cute. And it also has different little fishes and things that you can decorate, and you can create a whole bunch of different looks with it. I've stamped the sentiment using the same Lawn Fawn ink here, and you can see I'm stamping some little fishes. Now I have my card base here, which is a 110-pound Neenah Solar White, and I'm scoring it using my scoreboard and using my Teflon bone folder. I really like this bone folder because it creates a really crisp line without cracking my cardstock. So I've added a black base, just about 1/8 of an inch border, and I've attached it to my card base using the score tape. So later on you'll really be able to see the difference between the two when I bring it up a little bit closer. But before that, I wanted to add some color, and I'm using this tool called Fantastics. It's by Sukineko. This is a great tool to have because it kind of has these felt tip just like your ink pads, and you can use it straight from the ink pads to color, and I really like that. So because I've stamped out the fishes with the Distress ink, and my background is Distress ink, so if I was to add water, I think I would push away the color by the fish and distort the lines. So this tool was perfect. And I'm just adding a little bit of color here and there, not too much. I'm not completely coloring in the fishes. So this is a great tool to have. You can use any ink pad to color because it kind of has that same tip in a way. And I didn't want to color in these little elements with the really dark color because of the fact that the background is so soft. I could have used my distress markers, but I think it would have been a little bit too dark. So here I've added, you can really see the texture. So this is the background we created using the Clarity stencil brushes, and you can really see that great texture on these Neenah linen cardstock, which is what I love, is that texture. So it really shows through. I've added some clear dewdrops. I've added some stickles to the little dragonflies. Here is the one that we created with the blending tool. You can see the texture of the cardstock, but not as much as the one we created with the stencil brushes. But you can still see the texture. I really like the way both of them turned out. I think they both turned out really well. Sorry about that. They both kind of gave a little bit of a different look. But for this specific cardstock, I like the way the brush went on because you can really see that fantastic texture. So here you can see this is a stencil brush and this was with the blending tool. I hope you enjoyed this video, and all the supplies will be listed in the description below, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.